Do we have to introduce ourselves again?
Yeah, you do. It's a
crank
new
and shout.
episode.
Nobody knows who you are.
You're right.
I'm glad.
Listen, you already
I'm
know.
so glad that
not
nobody knows
important.
who I am.
Oh,
I'm good with being not known.
We're being forfeit.
we got the Spice Girls tonight.
Li-
It's a lot. a little spicy tonight.
Live from the gorgeous Prince George's. This is the one and only, the illustrious, soon-to-be world-famous Shattered Illusionz Podcast.
Will I take him to the crank?
And I am fucking annoyed
Oh my god.
already.
Why are we starting like this?
Our ladies come in out of turn, insubordinate. But you know what? Just like last time, I'm gonna break it down. Break them down real slow. But I am excited because I got the family, or part of the family, here with me. Good luck on that, Will. Here tonight. And we're going to make things happen. Before we get into the bullshit with the ladies, got to check in on my family. D, you back, bro? How you feeling?
Will I take him to the crank?
Man, I'm good. God is good, you know. Just coming down here to talk a little bit, say a little bit of things, you know what I'm saying?
Will, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good.
Oliver, C. Marty, K. Dot. I don't know where y'all at, but we miss y'all, man. Hope to have y'all back soon. But I'm ready to get into the bullshit with our ladies tonight. We have some returning ladies. Do I want to call them special, Will, or no?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
don't do that.
Not yet.
Do that to them, yeah.
I don't think they've earned that title. Although they are actually our second or third most viewed video we have so far.
Facts.
You know that, right?
Facts.
It was actually me, the masterful work I did getting in the ass. It just people loved it, and I'm hoping to replicate that moment.
Okay.
But without further ado, I want to introduce my very something ladies tonight.
Let them be special, man. Let them be special.
Guest.
Hey, go ahead and put the camera on there with them. We have
Hey guys.
we have on our left,
Malisha.
and then on our right,
Shell.
ladies. I appreciate y'all for coming back down. I want to call y'all maybe family, but y'all have to earn that, you know. Maybe after one more episode, I might call y'all family. Depending on how this one go, you know. But ladies, how y'all been? Y'all been good?
Yes, we've been good.
Good.
Chilling.
Have y'all missed being down here with us or what?
It's been a year. I think it's been a year.
It's been
no year.
no, it's actually about almost a year, bro.
No, it happened in October of 2023, I believe.
Get
I
your-
mean 2022.
Get your niggas in line. It was definitely January.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you all right? You okay? I ain't been
You
gone
right.
that long.
So look, so
Okay.
for the people who may not know you, do you mind just giving the audience your name, your occupation, what you do for a living, and I'm gonna do what my cousin would say. How many times you been in love?
You gonna start?
Okay. So, like I said, I'm Shell. I am an HR generalist. That's what I do. And then I play football on the side. And
Are you any good in football?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
And I'm back. The last time I was here,
You was injured.
I had
You was
an
injured.
ACL injury,
Yeah.
so I've been back on the
Yeah.
field playing. But I would say I've been in love.
Did they play Mini Man when you came back? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
And I would say 4 times.
And
4 times. No. Okay. Go ahead.
And I say this too. She's not like playing flag football, gentlemen. She's like actually like got pads on it and actually hitting. So she not no little flag powder puff BS. So.
I do play the flag though.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I play both.
Which one you like more? You think?
Flag.
Really?
Yes.
Is it
Because
because
I play contact flag. So
What's
I'm
contact?
about
What's
to say, what
contact
is
flag?
Like, you
contact
can, like,
flag is
crack
like
back.
you can block and you
Physical.
can hit somebody as long as you come up with the flag and there's no pads on.
Did you get hurt doing that or no?
I don't get hurt.
No. How did you take your ACL though?
Well, that was in non-contact. Like I was playing flag and I just took a wrong step and my knee popped.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Nobody touched me, nothing.
See, people joke around about like injuries, football injuries and stuff. Like I don't never play. Like when even a quarterback I don't like on another team or something like that. I'm
Well,
sensitive
get the camera,
to
bro.
injuries.
Get the camera. Yeah. Same thing. But so you feeling better though? You made a full recovery, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's good. And then Lish.
You asked me how many times I've been in love. Did you want me to answer that?
Four. You said four.
Yeah.
Except for
Oh, I didn't know if he
Four.
acknowledged my
The four
question.
crazy. Hey, four times crazy though.
And did all four of
Wow.
those? Were all four of those a body? Or no.
Yes, they were.
Okay, cool, good. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. Both of y'all.
Oh my God.
Both of y'all be wilding. But go ahead.
Go ahead, Lish.
I'm Alicia. I'm a marketing specialist coordinator and manager for a commercial real estate company. And I do creative work on the side. So writing, make beats, graphic design, all of that. And I can say I've been in love. I'll say I feel like I reevaluated my love life. So I can say probably 4 times as well.
Are y'all twins? Like the same answers? What's going on? with that?
No, but I feel like if you asked me like maybe a year ago, I would have said more.
So is it one of those instances where, like, you know, that you kind of get older and you think that you were in love at one point, and then you kind of go back and things like that? I really wasn't love; it was more like lust, or like I didn't really know what love was at that point in my life.
Yeah, I feel like with that, it was more so like, you know, my high school relationships. I said I was in love, and that shit wasn't love.
Can I just say this? And you both of you all made my points just now with your answer on my thought process of this and my evaluation of life. This is why I feel like men love harder, because when you're really in love, like I could say I was in love once in my life. Like, because, you know, I really like reevaluating what love is and everything else. Like, I love one person, truly love one person. I cared about those other people, but I wasn't truly in love.
I feel like you can like love, even being in love, you can love differently with different people. So I can have loved my ex differently than I've loved somebody previously, but I still consider that being in love. It's just different types of love.
I wasn't in love with them. That's what I'm saying. I just wasn't in love. I loved them. I was nice to them and everything else, but truly in love.
Feel like you was in love with them, or you always felt like something?
But you might feel like I'm in love with you because I treat you good. So you might feel that way. I might tell you, yeah, I love you, but I might not be in love with you. That's what he's asking. Like, how many times have you been in love?
I'll kind of answer this too. I think that as I've reevaluated things, I think I've probably been in love with probably about 3 times too, 3 to 4 times as well. And the things that I thought were love back in the day, like high school shit, I'm like, you really don't know what love is. Like, love is a certain reverence, a certain appreciation for somebody, a sacrificial kind of thing. And I don't think I had the capacity to really do that when I was in, you know, 16, 17, 18 type shit. But enough of the love talk. Let's get into some bullshit. Oh, actually, you want to start, D, or?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So, ladies, here's the first question of the night.
Okay.
Why do men get shamed and backlash for their preferences and women don't?
Can you give an example?
Oh, I can. I'm glad you went there. For instance, a woman could say, I want a man with a certain type of body type. I want him to be this tall. And no one thinks none of it bats an eye to it. If a man says, I want a woman that's not big or something like that, or he goes in.
Here you go.
I'm just saying, if a man starts off like that, like, dang, why you body shaming, and you get into that happens a lot. But women can say, they can draw out the down the line of the specifics of the preference that they want, and nobody says anything. Yeah, girl, that sounds good. If a man says that, oh, you messed up, why you doing that to her? She beautiful. Nobody said she wasn't beautiful. I just don't want that.
That's just not your preference.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you guys agree with that statement? First of all, what I said, do you think that men get shamed more for the purposes than women do?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you guys think that is?
My personal belief on it is that when men like to put their preferences out there, they do it in a way that is more so shaming the opposing,
Here we go.
rather than just saying, this is what I like, and just leaving it at that. Like, talk about what you like without bringing up.
So you think women say it nicely? Because y'all don't. Do you think it's like a nicer way that you all present your preferences? Is that what you are insinuating?
They do. Some do, but I feel like more men talk about what they don't like in women compared
Hold on.
to
Let's
men.
cut the crap really quick because D and I was talking about this earlier. You guys, women, when you guys fight with words, you know what I'm saying? You guys are wordsmiths. So you know the exact thing, especially when you know the guy, you know the exact thing to say to get under his skin. You know what I'm saying? Because like we can sit here and say all day, America will sit here and say that Lizzo's beautiful. And if she don't think she's beautiful, you're body shaming her. You know what I'm saying? But when a man's like he's short, everybody clowns him. When he's fat, everybody clowns him. When he's balding, everybody clowns him. You know what I'm saying? It's always, you can always shame a man, but whenever you say something about a black woman especially, you're gonna get fucking shredded. I'm telling you.
But I only this the thing though, as you get older, and I realize this. Even if you get shamed as a man to a certain extent, right? You could be bald, you could be fat, you can be everything. If you got money, you can get any woman you can. I think women, I think it's now that we talking about this, I think it's so bad for women when we talk about preferences, because if a woman's not beautiful, it stops there. Don't nobody care what type of job she got or none of that. That happens.
I partly agree with that, bro. And the reason I'm saying partly is because, like, as a woman, you can be a 4 on the looks as a woman, but you will still have some guys willing to wife you or take you serious. You might not necessarily want that guy, but the option.
But that's what I mean though.
Okay.
As that bald or fat man or even ugly man, if he got the money, he has the pick of his litter.
It covers a multitude.
Yes. Right, yeah. But if you're that woman, you might not get the men that you necessarily want.
But we gotta do apples to apples though, bro, because like how many men are actually able to overcompensate by having, money or swag, whatever the case is?
I'm just talking about the few that do. True. That's why I'm just looking at that. I'm not talking about like the majority, because majority that is true. But the man that do got the money that might be bald or might look a certain way, he could have one eye. If he got enough money, he could pull any woman he want, really.
And I kind of want to go back to what you said too, Michelle. You were basically saying that, a thing that I see a lot of time when women say, they're like, you can have your preference, but just don't down talk the women you don't want in that process. You see what I'm saying? But I think a lot of women will actually downplay men a lot more than women than what I'm trying to say.
Women downplay men more than men downplay the women.
Exactly. Because you guys, like, again, if a man's short, and the fucked up part about it is, if I'm a short man, right, there's nothing I can do. I can't control that. I was just dealt a shitty hand. But if you're a fat woman, 9 chances out of 10, you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth. You can control that. I can't control me being short, or I can't control me balding. I can't control certain things. But women, more of your beauty and what you guys like require is like it's in your control. A lot of men, it's just not. And I always tell even men the same exact thing. If you're 6'2" or 6'3" or 6'4", whatever the case is, don't take credit for your genetics. You just got dealt a lucky hand. A lot of people didn't get dealt that hand.
I mean, but it also depends on how you carry yourself, because I feel like, there could be short men and they have a certain confidence about themselves that they can get any woman, that I feel like if you're carrying a certain confidence outside of being bald or the looks or whatever, if you have a certain confidence about yourself and you're approaching or entering a room and it's this aura around you that you feel as though you have, then that's another
but that's you. All right, you feel that way, but most women probably don't feel that way.
And I honestly, even the whole women thing, I feel like, a lot of women, as my sister said, like it could be downplaying, but it's also women are very sensitive to subjects. If we're not beautiful in a way or whatever the case may be, or not anybody's type, it's coming from a place of comparison. You're comparing us to something else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we as women, we can be highly sensitive to subjects such as our looks or what we have. And, that could be a reason why.
But that goes into, I was talking to him about how y'all words cut so much. Y'all can be vicious with y'all words. And then, you might say something and then you're like, hold on, don't say that to me. Or I can't take what you're saying. And that's why I even told him, like, when we, growing up, we John all the time. Like, we Johning. I told him I would never John with women because Like women, you say something to a woman, you Joni, you playing around. Woman be like, yeah, that's why your grandmother just died. Like,
You flat out.
like, why'd you have to?
Hip below the belt.
Yeah, like why'd you have to go there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like a lot of times women can be. I understand the sensitive part about women, but y'all could be so vicious with y'all words and y'all actions sometimes. Like, yeah.
And I kind of want to go back to what you said too, Lish. Like you basically were saying that if a man's short, but his confidence is there, he can overcompensate. Like it can be a certain aura about him that can like make a woman want to have sex with him. While I do agree with that, you got to realize as a man, I want to cast the widest net as possible. And women, you guys are very fickle in your attraction. So like I was telling y'all earlier, a woman can feel you on one day, and then the next day a boyfriend comes back, she gets a period, she might be cranky that day, couldn't fail the
can't
test.
get right.
Some anything, the smallest thing throws woman's attraction off in a second. You see what I'm saying? So even when that man
He sneezed.
he bobbed his head to the music the wrong way.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Like,
That was funny.
but my point is in saying all this is that when you're, especially in that first beginning stages of attraction with a woman, you have a very, very small like margin of error for things to happen. And for most women, yeah, he could be that dude that could possibly get past your attraction filter, but most women won't even look his way because he's short already. They'll disqualify him automatically off his height. You might be different, but a lot of women look at him and be like, this nigga short as fuck. Fuck that nigga. I don't care what kind of personality he got.
Because everybody's taller than her.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh, like,
We are
crazy.
not doing this.
That's crazy.
And proud of it.
But
yes.
I will say she did say, you know, I ain't even gonna say what she said to me before.
No, what did she say? Oh, actually, this is a good topic. Go ahead and say it.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
He was a fatback. He was a fatback just earlier.
I never said that.
She said my back was big.
Why y'all lying on the podcast?
She said, hold on, Will. She said he has she said I had the biggest back she ever seen
Y'all be lying.
Y'all be lying.
in her life. But not all seriousness. It was kind of funny because somebody else said something to her, and I got what the other person said to her.
Say it.
She's
She's an inch from a midget.
Wait, hey,
Say it.
somebody,
She a
You
tall
for
midget.
real?
But she's
somebody
not.
You for
insinuated,
real?
and I was talking about how it's not even that great to be that tall, and she said, "Well, you big everywhere, you big all over." God, it was a straight bullet.
Hey, but
That
look,
joint hit me.
that's the typical stuff we talking about though. Women, like, she didn't even think it was that serious, but like, how you know, like, he wasn't sensitive about that? Then
Yeah, what?
Because he's my friend. And he talked about how big he was before I made that comment.
But you can talk about yourself.
I was talking about my height, but then she said, "No, you big everywhere." She said,
Oh
"Your
my
head
God.
big, your back big." I said, "God."
All right.
Well, compared to me, you are
Okay.
way bigger than me because according to Will, I am a midget. So
And
There you
so
go.
that's a good question before we go back to the topic. Like, how tall? Like, y'all are what? How tall are y'all?
4'11".
5'1".
5 feet.
In an ideal world,
5'1".
in an ideal world,
5
how
foot and a
tall would
half.
you want your man to be?
I don't really
care.
have a preference, to
Bro,
be honest with you.
So-
everybody's taller than him,
Can he
so
be?
it
Can
doesn't
he be
matter.
short as you?
I've dated
short
someone who
men.
was just about the same height
Yeah.
as me.
Mhm.
Oh.
Or like a couple of inches
Stop the
taller
cap.
than me.
And that was actually one of the ones that I was in love with. Okay, so
Little people girl.
I don't think. I mean, I feel like asking short women how tall they want their man. I feel like it doesn't really
Okay.
matter.
That's
in
not
that
true.
sense.
That's not
Answer
true.
this
I-
question, though.
I-
They
I-
didn't answer your question, bro.
I dated a woman years ago that was like 5'1". I'm 6'5". She like tall men. Like,
She can't be your kneecaps.
You didn't answer these questions though. You said, so if the dude was as tall as you, would you be okay?
Yeah, I said I dated one, and you
She
said
that's what she
cap.
was in love with.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've dated someone that was literally a couple inches taller than
I
me.
said 4'11".
4'11". I mean, we will be cute together.
So I got a question. Would you date a midget?
Okay, let me
Like
no.
You know what?
I'm not trying.
You know what?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Did you feel protected with these men?
Great question.
I feel like when I was
I don't feel like
Great
there
question.
was ever a time that I even thought about
The protection,
part
yeah.
to say that I didn't feel protected.
So
or not.
you don't think about protection when you think about man or dating
not when
man?
I was that age. No, I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
I
I've
wasn't
grown
really-
older, yeah. I feel
Now
like
is
I
that
was.
something you
Right
consider?
now.
That's what I'm
It's a
at.
thing
So
now.
right
Right
now, if would you date that man that was the same size as you?
Protection has to come with size.
I'm not talking about your. Let's not.
Okay, because
I'm not talking about
thinking
your-
about the past.
Here they
and
go
it's
with their
like,
bullshit.
No, I
No,
wouldn't.
I'm asking. I'm not trying to be funny because somebody your side could protect you potentially, but I'm just saying.
Protect you from what?
Oh my gosh.
Ants and spies. All right. But
I don't know. If I had to think about protection, like I would have to, make my assessments to see,
that's not something you consider when you consider a man.
like in height.
Can he? No, not even that. Can he protect me?
Oh yes, it's something I consider now. Definitely.
But it's not nothing you was thinking about back,
Back
then.
then, no.
Okay.
No.
So right now, yes or no?
If I would,
Could you date a man that's your height right now? I'm talking about like Michelle, 23. Bro, you ugly.
Oh my gosh.
probably.
Hey, you-
Probably.
Probably. How about
Probably.
you?
Yeah, I think I would.
Here we go.
I don't think I'm in like right now thinking
Stop
about it.
the
I'm not
cap.
interested in dating nobody.
But you gotta understand, like innately, the reason that women want taller men is because on a visceral level, we're still kind of in our caveman days. You know what I'm saying? And when a man is perceived as larger, pause, he basically is like he's a bigger threat to ward off predators. You know what I'm saying? And a man, I'm not saying a man that's 5 foot couldn't protect you. He possibly could, but
He's a scarecrow.
he's not going to necessarily be able to do what a 6 foot man would do on average. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I promise you, most of y'all ain't dating nobody that's your size. It ain't gonna happen. I almost guarantee y'all that.
And I feel like y'all a little more jumpier in how y'all talk to men too. If a man close to your size,
Facts.
because I was talking to somebody about that. Like you're a little.
No.
I can say I feel like because I
You
am
jump with
small,
everybody.
I have what's it called? The something Napoleon complex. Like I have to I feel like I have to like overexert myself, or I'm very aggressive when I talk, because I feel like when somebody is talking, like say if I'm having a conversation with somebody and it gets a little aggressive and they're talking at me, I feel like they're talking down to me. So I have
They are
to
talking down to you.
exactly.
I have-
So I feel like I have to overpower
She stands on her tippy
myself.
toes.
I have
No, I don't do that.
I have a
I
serious
don't do
question.
that.
So is it better for you all to have a conversation sitting down? like I'm not trying to be funny. No, I'm not trying to be funny because
I have been in, because that's a little triggering. I have been in situations before, like where my dude would like talk like over, like he'll like come and talk over me, like, and be very aggressive. So I feel like I have, triggers of that. So sometimes I really rather like, I'm still working. I think I said that in the last episode we were on. Like I have communication issues. So I'm still working
Really?
through talking face to face with people when it comes to like issues or problems and stuff.
Never
Because
thought about
I'm a writer first and foremost. Like
So you text everything.
I like to text. I text the long paragraphs and
That is
stuff. And I'm
terrible.
working. I'm trying to work through it because I know that I can't live like that. But that's
So-
just how it is.
so
could.
that's a good point
you
though.
could though.
About communication. So you communicate that way best, right? And I'm not saying it's a problem, because that might just be the best way you communicate. But that other person, they more of a person, I need to talk and I need to talk this out.
Yeah.
How does that work, and why, do you feel like that has been a problem in relationships? Because
Oh yeah, for sure. But how I do it is like I would like kind of say how I feel like in text, and just say like, hey, we need to cool off or whatever, then come together and talk face to face type thing. And then how that conversation goes, who knows? But I try to work it like I would want the person to be able to work with me and say like, hey, I can try to get these feelings out via text, as well as I can still try to communicate these things face to face.
You know my best thing that I ever done?
What's up?
food dinner. When we beefing, let's go out to eat. Let's talk over dinner.
See, that's what I'm doing. Let me not bring
Just
this
put the
up.
knife to us.
But no,
bring it up.
No. So I'm in situations with my child's father, and we have not been able to communicate as of lately. So what I suggested is we go out to eat. So we're in a safe space in public where I feel as though we don't have to I feel like though, okay, like I'm not gonna want to raise my voice or be angry while we're out in a setting. That's why I'm trying to work through my communication.
I just caught you in a lie there, by the way. But
How?
go ahead.
What did
Go
I lie
ahead.
about?
Go ahead.
The situation.
Oh my gosh. No.
I ain't even gonna say nothing, but
Smart about
so you're a child's father, you said.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna circle back to that one in a minute.
Please
But
go.
the thing I was saying, the text message thing, you don't feel that things get misconstrued through text message? Because I'm like, I could be saying like the sweetest thing in the world to you, but like because of the way that you read it, or maybe I might not be like a animated texter. You could take it the wrong way, which is why I always say, me personally, I think that having a phone conversation, while it is more difficult, it's always a better route to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like FaceTime. I feel like FaceTime is I can talk
even
through
in
FaceTime,
person.
or that's why I said I have hard times with talking in person because I feel like people
gonna
are
jump on your
talking
neck.
down on me.
She's
Like
gonna jump on your
that's
neck.
just something
But
that
that's-
I've dealt
but
with
that's why I
over the
said-
course of my life.
Off the
That's what I
top
said.
ropes.
Wait, stereo.
Turn his mic off. Turn the mic off.
That's why I asked the question, like, is sitting down better for you? Like, and you said you're gonna be sitting down at dinner or something like that and eating and stuff. Is that better for you? Like, you feel better about like I'm sitting to you, we're at an eye level.
I think
We're
it's a
talking.
mindset thing because even if somebody's sitting down with me and they're like raising their voice, I feel like I have to overpower their voice.
You know what I feel like too, and I'm gonna say this. I really feel like that, and I'm gonna say you too. But women, when y'all like that shit, y'all get aroused when they get in y'all face
Yes.
a little bit. You don't lie.
I don't.
But what y'all missing?
It depends on the
I'm
no.
sorry, I
First
don't.
of all,
I don't.
no.
She's quiet.
Not when we're
She's
having.
quiet.
Not when we're like having a real serious conversation. No, I'm not going to get aroused
Hold on.
with that.
I gotta ask
I'm
you a
sorry.
question. And don't lie. Both of y'all, don't lie. Has there ever been a time where it was a serious fight? He got in your face, raised his voice a little bit too much, but I got in your face a little bit, and y'all didn't fuck after that? Has it ever happened?
No.
Stop the cap.
I can't continue this podcast if y'all gonna be on here lying, bro.
But it's not, because most times when I get angry that much, I leave. So
She's
can't.
swelling. She will
might be-
stick your ass in a heartbeat.
I have to come back. Like I have to
Tackle
come
the
back
shit
the
out
next
your
day. It has to be a next day conversation, or a couple of hours have gone
So
by.
it's never been a toxic fight that y'all had.
Bro,
not
it
like
should-
in
she
like
played
the fight
football,
happens
bruh.
and then right after
She play football.
sex. No.
How about you?
Tackle your ass.
I don't think like there's been like we're like arguing or like having like a toxic fight where I'm in the mood to, because I'm very emotional. So even if we did, I would be like not in the right mindset for it, and it would
Is
be
anybody buying
bad
this?
sex.
Anybody buying
Listen, you dealing with a football player.
You don't have to
And-
buy it. That's just like, I don't know. I don't want to still be like, if it was like, if we talking like from beginning of the fight and then like hours went by and then like I was
Into the
able to
mic.
come
In the
back.
mic. Yeah.
I was able to come back and then we were no longer yelling like we haven't settled the argument yet, but we're not at that yelling match yet. And then we sit and discuss and talk about it. And then then we go to the bedroom. Then at the toxic fight straight to the
Like
bedroom,
yelling straight to
no.
sex. No, sorry.
Like
No.
on some baby boy type shit.
Yeah, no.
I hate you,
I
Johnny.
never did that.
Fucking
No.
hate you, Johnny.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this because, like,
Fucking too, man.
like from the few interactions that I've had with y'all, on and off camera, y'all like that toxicity to a certain extent, and that's what I get. You know what I'm saying? Especially,
I
Go
feel like I don't like it per se. Now that I'm at a point where I'm starting to read the signs a lot more of my surroundings, but I also feel like it's right now it is what I'm more comfortable with. Not saying that the person that I'm
Fair
with
enough.
is toxic, but I just feel like it's easier to be attracted to that. That's because I'm my comfort zone.
Okay.
Go ahead, D.
I was just gonna say this. I think women don't realize this or be realistic with this. You all could have a good life and everything could be good, but I think sometimes you get bored when things aren't. It's not a little toxicity or a little drama there. It's a little boredom with it. Like I've had women say something's going on or something like that, and things will be good. Something's going on or something like that. It's you all start to build problems in your head or different things because it's like something's not right here. It's going too well, and you become self-sabotaging of your situation sometimes, I believe too.
Mhm.
And I kind of want to say this too. Like I always say this with women. I'm not saying a guy has to like be physically or verbally abusive to you, but a little toxicity, women like that. So, and I was talking to my friend the other day. I compared it like this with like kind of drugs. You know, people who are drug addicts don't like the actual drug itself. They actually hate it a lot of the time.
They like the feeling.
The feeling that it brings them.
Mhm.
That's a woman in toxicity. They don't like the toxic part of it, but they like the rush. Because like, think about this. This is what I call the emotional slot machine, essentially. You see when a guy's a piece of shit and beats his wife, a lot of the time what he does is he'll put his hands on her, right? But then he'll go back in his room, kind of sit down and reflect for a little bit. He'll be like, damn, I'm a piece of shit. I shouldn't have done nothing like that. And then he goes and he'll do a big extravagant dinner, buy her flowers because he feels so bad until the next time it happens. And what happens a lot of the time, the woman get a rush from like feeling that low and feeling that bad about herself to also all of a sudden feeling loved again. That's a high and a rush for a lot of women.
So I can admit as a man, I'm gonna just say this. I can admit as a man,
You slapped her. Damn.
That's wild.
Don't say
Let's-
that.
How would you ever
Like,
say
don't
that?
say
Man,
that.
if
You
ever
wow.
imparted
I ain't
domestic
never
violence, please
did
call
that, never
911
will. I ain't that
situation.
type of man. Ain't no reason to.
Go ahead, D.
I can admit as a man that I do have a toxic trait of something. I think my toxic trait, and it's not anything terrible, but it's a little when a woman show a little jealousy, like a little. Nah, I ain't talking about over the top, nothing crazy, but a little jealousy, like, oh, basically, like, man, she looked at you kind, like, some just a little bit. Like, I think that I feel like that's my thing, but it's just a little bit. I can admit that as a man.
And I'm gonna tell you this too, and I'm just saying that, D. In my experience, nobody fucks you better than a jealous woman. I'm gonna say that.
Show
You
off.
keep all that shit. I don't
They-
want none of that shit. The first sign of craziness,
Tell me I'm lying.
I'm out the door.
No, it's not crazy. I'm not talking about crazy over the top. I ain't talking about that because I don't want to. I experienced a woman trying to take my keys out my car while I was on 495. I don't want
Same-
none. I
same
don't
with
want
me.
none.
Oh, you don't want that crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
want that crazy.
That
I
is
ain't talking
crazy.
about that. I'm
Trying to
talking
kill
about.
us both.
I always think it's a healthy level of that. Like it's a healthy level. I ain't
None
talking
of
about
it's
nothing
healthy.
over the top. Police don't gotta get called. None of that. I ain't talking about anything like that. I'm talking about like a woman like, man, and it's not that she's crazy. She don't try to put her hands on you. None of that.
Territory.
She just like, hey, you my man. Like that's like, yeah. I like
and but this is what I'm saying too. It's just like, 'cause I always tell women all the time, and women who I deal with, they get a little bit upset because they see other women wanting me, right? And I'm always trying to tell them like, how can I be sexy to you if no one else finds me sexy?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my whole thing. And they'll get upset about it for a second, but I promise you,
They
we get
think
back to
about
the
it.
bedroom, that should be on and popping. It's like, damn, like other bitches want my nigga. That makes me feel good because he's the one that's talking to me. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's different. It's different when I think women, like I said, if you're a mature woman, you can admit like I like other women wanting my man, not necessarily my man wanting those women, but if you see other women, for example, I'm gonna just say this. So I realized, and she probably would never admit this, my wife wasn't liking the flowers that I was giving her. She was liking it more so when I bring them to her job, and women would comment like, "Oh, your man, I wish my man did that,"
Facts.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Women like stuff like that,
Yeah.
So like,
and they kind of go into the psychology of that too, because it's like, see, I always say this: all a woman has in her life is the fact that her man is cool. And what I mean by that is like her whole presentation is to the world like, this is my man, this is my king, and like he chose me over all y'all. So in that instance, it's like I'm about to go to his fucking wife's job. You know, they be talking a lot of the time. A lot of them probably single, don't have a man, whatever the case is. And now it's a status thing with her, because it's like my man not only cares about me enough to buy me flowers, but he also comes to the job and brings them to me. And you know, all the girls are like, damn, like he doing that for her.
And it could be simple things like lunch.
Why can't a man?
flowers.
And I'm saying this too, not saying that he's ever done this, but it's like also with that too, because it's like once you do something like that, other girls are like, damn, what's so special about him? I gotta find out. You know, a lot of times some jealousy shit in that sometimes too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a best of both worlds for men, because when women see other women want you, they gonna get curious and find out like, damn, what's so special about this guy? I gotta fuck him and find out. I done got plenty of ass like that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, that's why they say like don't.
I was hoping you were saying because you was in a relationship, you turned them down.
What?
Oh no, D would. I'm saying for me.
Yeah, I was hoping you would turn them down.
No, absolutely not. Why would I?
Oh my god.
Why would I do that?
Why not? Why would you cheat?
See, with me, it's not cheating. It's like I tell women that I deal with that, look, you're gonna be with me, you're gonna share me.
Okay. Well,
Share Miss Karen.
Because you've already established that in the beginning.
Of their relationship, yeah.
That's
whatever.
thing. Okay.
I'm-
Next.
But
We
you
don't
see,
have to get into that.
D is his own man. You know, he does his things his way. You know, if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure he could. But he has integrity, and he's married.
I mean,
I'm not like that, so.
I'm not messing.
Wow.
Hey, you a wild
right.
boy.
All right.
So you don't plan to get married?
You know, I wanted to marry you at one point.
All right.
But
Next
she doesn't
question.
abide by the terms that you have laid out.
Yeah,
so
I don't share.
Who doesn't abide by that?
She don't. You say you want her, but
But
she
can I ask you a question?
I don't share, I'm
not
sorry.
on
Let me ask you a
terms.
question. Like, do you realize that every single woman, like, I bet at one time when you guys were younger, there was a time that you were like, you know what? I never sucked dick. It's the nastiest thing in the world. It's disgusting, right? Until the right guy came and talked you into it.
Why would the right guy try to talk me into sharing?
No.
Wait, time out.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's
go
where I
ahead.
thought the conversation was
Yeah,
going to.
like-
No.
Nah, go ahead.
Nah, I think I know what you're saying. I'm not saying I'm with that, but I get his point of what he's saying. Like, I guess some women like I wouldn't do that, but then they realize, okay, maybe I would. I'm not saying you got your preference and that's your preference.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
trying to change your preference, but
Yeah.
And ladies, can I ask y'all a question? Like, and this is one thing I always say, like, the thing about me is I'm at least honest about my stuff. And I always say that there's no victims, there are only volunteers. So when I'm saying this, when I talk to you, I give you the choice to either A, deal with it and accept it, or B, we can end this and move on. Either way, my life doesn't change. But what will happen a lot of times, you'll realize is that most guys under the rule are like me. They're just going to lie to you about it. I at least tell you the truth. The overwhelming majority of guys, not all, but most are going to cheat on you regardless.
and then
believe
not
that.
even the cheating part, but I think about the part of I know men that will make it seem like he's so in love with you. Like he's not gonna say, I just want this. A lot of men make it seem
He
like
do what women do.
you know, he'll cry for you. He'll tell you he love you.
He do what women do.
He'll do anything.
Make you feel like you're the only one.
That's actually a fucking great
Yeah,
point
I
to go
mean,
into
yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the viral video of the guy in the shower crying over his wife and everything because he got another girl pregnant? Have y'all seen that?
Have seen it.
I haven't.
That actually might be a good time to react to that at some point.
I haven't seen.
You haven't seen it?
No.
No.
Well, see if you can find that real quick, bro. While we talking and everything.
Explain what happened in it though.
Yeah, I'll explain it, but like
Okay.
I kind of wanted to. I lost my train of thought that fast. Anyway, the video. So in the video, this guy basically, we don't know if it's real or not. Just let's presume it's real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The social media be on some BS.
Yes.
Anything for clout.
Everything
Everything,
is a
yeah.
script.
It's a
Yeah,
skit,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
script.
Who
Yeah,
freaking
skit
knows?
or script.
But in the video, you have this couple, right? The guy's obviously in front of the camera, the girl's recording, and you kind of see them having a conversation. He's like, "I have to tell you something. And the girl's excited. She's like, "Did you get promoted at work? Are we moving?" Like she thought it was good news, right? So eventually, the guy goes and says, "You know what? I got somebody else pregnant." And all of a sudden, he starts like just crying, hyperventilating, throwing stuff, breaking stuff. It gets so bad to the point he's in the shower and like just like with clothes on, but it's like the water's hitting him. He's crying, saying, "Where's my inhaler?" Just basically being a bitch. And she's like, "You know what? Get out of my house, pack your stuff, like don't get spit on my carpet." She's being just ruthless at that point because she's obviously done. She doesn't care. And I kind of want to play if you can find a will, so you kind of get your reaction on that. But back to what I was saying with you, Michelle, just most guys are going to cheat on you regardless anyway. I'm at least honest enough to tell you about my bullshit. And most guys won't cheat in the beginning. Because like we all have that honeymoon phase where everything's perfect. Like, oh my God, this is my person. I'm never gonna leave this person ever again. And we all know it's a very short-lived thing. But when most guys, they're gonna be like, in about 2 years, after they get bored of fucking you and that should get a little bit old, they're gonna be like, wonder what's over there. Let me go ahead and hop in this joint real quick. Not all, but most. Can you find a will?
Yeah, I got it.
You got anything on that, D? And Michelle? Lish?
I guess. I mean, I just feel like I don't have these problems anymore.
But in what way?
Like like I said, I feel like I'm on a path where now things in my relationship, like yeah, we have our arguments, but I don't like cause drama. I will say that's what I used to do, cause drama, just because I felt like I needed that in my relationship. But I'm not on that no more.
So are you in a relationship now, like actually like claim right now?
Yes.
Okay. What? Well, hold on, Will, am I tripping? Is this the one? Did you have a girlfriend or something at one point?
Yes, like 3 years ago.
Okay. And what about you, Lish? What you got going on?
I'm single, but I'm dating.
You're a baby father, right?
No.
Did she just say that shit?
No,
she didn't say that.
you know that
you want to hear what you want to hear.
you can have problems and issues with the person that you had a baby with, and that's what it is.
All right.
Co-parenting issues.
So while we kind of pull this other stuff up, so I want to ask you guys this. You got anything else to say to this on the topic? At this stage that you're in right now, you guys dating more for love or for fun? And if it is for love or fun, can you kind of explain what that means?
I think you got to frame that a little different. Are you dating for fun or end goal of marriage? Let's go.
I take that.
Cause love could be, you could have fun and love somebody. Cause why are you dating for fun or are you dating for the end goal of marriage right now?
Me right now, I'm dating for fun. I do have an end goal of marriage, but I feel like I have to heal with my previous situation with my child's father in order for me to give my all in the situation. Like, I'm not looking to be in a relationship right now, and I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now.
Do you disclose that with men?
Yes.
Okay.
They know. For sure.
So
100%.
You gotta ask the tough questions, Liz. What does fun entail to you?
Just making sure my needs are met.
What are your
City
needs?
And we know what that means. I ain't
I
gonna
feel
push
like
you
I
on
don't
it
have
too
to
much. I
disclose
ain't gonna push
that,
it on it too much.
you know.
You know what? But
Everybody got different needs. What's
Yes,
your
we
needs?
do.
Michelle, how about you? Because you in a relationship right now. So is this more of like a? Can I say this too before you give your answer? I'm not saying this is you. A lot of women are with dudes they really don't even like, and a woman's greatest fear is being alone. A lot of women have what I call placeholder boyfriends.
Mhm.
Just the guys going to basically hold the place until somebody they really want comes along. And I'm not saying this is you. My God, if you watching, I ain't talking about you. The others. So is it like more of a fun? Or you like, is this a guy that you can see yourself being with long term? And I guess ending the marriage to Dee's point.
Definitely someone I can see myself with long term. We've already talked marriage before, so the relationship, of course, started off as dating for fun, but it eventually turned into dating to want to spend the rest of our lives together.
And who made that transition? Was it you or him that kind of had that conversation? Like, hey, I want us to go a little bit more serious.
I feel like jokingly, I made the first initiation about it. Like, him being out at one of my son's football games, and I'm just like, "Can you get used to this?" Da 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 da, saying it like that. But then he did bring it up as far as like asking me how would I want to be proposed to, and I just gave him like, "Hey, I don't want it to be a proposal without you at least talking to my parents first. Like how the proposal goes, I don't really care, but you got to at least talk to my parents first. Like I won't say yes if I know you haven't talked to my parents."
Do you all have like a time clock when you do say, hey, this is a guy that I could see myself marrying? Do you have a time clock in your head as far as when he should, or how many years you're going to go into it before he does? Do you have like a time clock?
I feel like I do be having a time clock sometimes. Like I feel like I do, but even if that time clock is reached, if I feel like, yeah, I know I want to marry him, but I don't know if I'm feeling it for real just yet. So like, even though that would have been my time clock, I'm still like.
And I kind of want to piggyback off what Dee just asked you too. Do you feel like that if you wouldn't have had kids already, would that time clock have been sped up?
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lish, I got a question for you.
Yes.
If a relationship or if your situation get good, do you self-sabotage?
Hey, make sure you're on the camera, bro.
I got you. Do you self-sabotage?
What do you mean?
Like, do you like, oh, now this is getting too good. Let me back off because I'm not healed.
Because you said you do it for fun. That's what he's asking. So you're in like a or just dating right now. It's not. I'm going here with it because I'm trying to heal. Once you feel yourself like I'm liking him a little too much, do you find yourself backing off some of and creating?
I can say I'm more guarded in a sense, but I feel like even dating now, I've been in a lot of back-to-back relationships, and then I feel like before my child's father, I had like a year and a half of where I was like dating multiple people. Like that was the first time I did that. And it was just like hanging out and doing whatever. And then my child's father came and our situation really came quick because we were friends for a long period of time. So I fell in love quick. I got pregnant 4 months into us like being together. So I can say, yeah. So I can say I never really had a chance where, and even then, like when it comes to like toxic and feelings and stuff, my situation is different because in all my relationships, there was always like another woman. So my toxic traits can come from being insecure. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to heal as a woman in order to understand, like, what is it exactly that you want? What is it exactly that you're looking for? What are the things that you've been through in the past where you're not bringing that into a situation? So when it comes to my healing, it's more so for me and not the other person, because I don't want to be involved with somebody and I'm bringing shit in from my past relationships.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dee.
No, I was going to ask you this. So if you are having those conversations with those people and they start feeling you a little more than you feeling them, what's happening there? Like, is that fair for them? What if that person's a good person? What if that's a good man there?
There's been people that have reached out to me. They want to go out and they want to hang out, and I'm just like, I am just not. I feel like, first of all, I am not a multiple people date person. So when I say I'm dating, I'm talking to one person right now.
Fix your face.
And because I don't even me being a mom, I don't have the time to date multiple men. So I feel like right now, yes, am I sabotaging myself because I'm putting all my time and attention with one person? Yes, I am.
Yeah, we know.
I am more than likely, especially if I don't know where the situation is going, and I'm not even looking long term right now.
So you kind of contradicting yourself, because if you put in one person on this pedestal, not saying that you're purposely doing it, you kind of narrowing yourself into something that might be something that you're not particularly looking for.
You don't want to win.
But I'm self-aware.
Hold on, can I say this though real quick? This is a
and my needs are being met.
That's what matters.
They could be being met a whole lot better. But my point with this saying this is like, this is my problem with women.
It's just he says
hold
it
on.
like 5 times.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. This is my problem with y'all. You guys mess with the devil that you know as opposed to the one that you don't know. And to Dee's point, there could be a guy that could potentially like change your life, your whole trajectory of your life. It could be a whole new experience for you. But you're comfortable with, I'm gonna just say this name for just shits and giggles, Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? He might not be shit. He might not be the best guy, might not be the worst guy, but you know what? I know him.
Yeah.
This new guy over here, you know what? He might be good, but this nigga might play me. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is my issue. Then
That's
the
my
next
mindset,
thing,
yes.
then the next thing you know, you 45 years old, options run out. You ain't got 2 or 3 more kids, and now you want to try to circle back to that old dude or find somebody that's better for you. That's my problem with a lot of women. I'm not saying you guys, but you guys got to start taking your time serious. We all got to realize that this one thing. We are all every day we're expiring. We're dying. You know what I'm saying? We aren't guaranteed tomorrow. We ain't guaranteed to see the next hour. So why are you going to sit here and quote unquote settle for a guy that probably doesn't even deserve you because he's comfortable? There's a saying that says comfort has built more prisons than every single jail on the world. And I'm just saying to a lot of women, if it's a guy that might not be your type or might not necessarily be what you would go for normally, take a chance on that guy sometime. It might not work out, but it definitely could as well.
Good time wasted.
I'm telling you, because most likely if you feel comfortable enough to give a guy that you're dealing with, if you can see yourself with somebody else, 9 chances out of 10 that guy's not for you. Because if he's fucking up one time or fucking up this early, it ain't gonna get better with time. It's gonna get worse. I tell women that all the time. It's just me.
I believe it. And I think just right now I'm self-aware in what I'm
Which I respect, by the way.
doing. Like I tell myself every day, like, oh yeah, this is how I'm living. But like I said, I've given myself like in relationships, like, oh yeah, this feels good for 2 months. Oh, we need to be together. And look at me now, 4 years later with the baby. And yeah, so I'm more so, I have PTSD from my last relationship. I can say that. And I am not okay when it comes to
You know
men
what?
because my, like the lying, the dishonesty, all of that, ex-girlfriends, it's just, I'm not ready.
Like I said, I respect that so much because most people won't even admit that there's a problem. So you won by admitting there's a problem. But my whole thing is that you're admitting there's a problem, but still doing the same shit. You see what I'm saying? Because we all use that excuse like, oh, I'm not ready yet. The truth is you're never fucking ready. You'll never be healed. And I feel like that a lot of women, they'll stay in the space, you know what? I'm healing right now. What the fuck does that mean?
But so this person that
What's so funny about
this
that?
person that I'm talking to, I literally went 1 year. I didn't talk to I wasn't answering text messages,
we know.
DMs,
We know.
nothing. This was last year. So I took a year where I was just really just focused on me and my child. So I feel like now, like it's
Hey,
right now,
man.
it's just like,
Fact,
okay, I'm having fun or whatever. But when I know that I'm ready to like jump into this, I'm not saying that he's not a good candidate. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying now,
I'm saying
I'm not.
You don't want to win.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. We're listening.
You don't want to win.
No,
I'm not arguing. I'm not.
So I'm not saying that he's not a good person or
Sure, I'm not
he's
telling that.
that I don't like him or anything. I'm just saying I don't know what I want in a relationship right now.
Well, you know what? I was
So
going to talk some shit, but I'm gonna move on from this because, like you said, this is like gonna be no winning. But like,
yeah,
like
you just keep coming.
real shit though. Lish, like all jokes aside, I really appreciate like the honesty and vulnerability. That's actually really refreshing to see. Actually, and Will, actually, you want to Hold on, bro. Share the joint. Yes, sir. Look at you, man. Look at you. Okay, here we go. And then we get me on full screen. This is the video I was talking about, Joe.
Oh gosh.
For real right now? Are you for real right now?
I will myself, bro. Don't leave me, bro. Bro.
Unreal. Unreal. This can't be real. This can't be my life.
Bro, no.
This absolutely cannot be my life right now.
Bro.
Nope.
Please.
No.
Please, man. Don't do this to us.
I need you to
Please.
start making your arrangements.
I'm about to have an asthma attack. Where's my
Start making your
inhaler, please?
arrangements.
Ah!
Don't get no spit on my carpet.
Wow, bro, I didn't do nothing.
Don't touch my items.
I'm hot.
Don't touch my stuff.
I'm hot.
Oh my god.
I'm hot.
What's your immediate thought on that video, real quick, Will? What you think?
It's just crazy. Like, that shit just crazy. It ain't that serious, bro. It ain't that serious. And you could tell that's not a man that stand on business at half the time, the majority of the time. Like, I fucked up. I got her pregnant. What's next? You leaving? All right. You staying? Yeah. Like, that's one of them situations.
Go ahead, dude.
I'm gonna just say this. You know, my investigation skills are top of the line. Should have been a detective, Batman. You know, this video, I get the gist of it, but definitely was fake.
Yeah.
She said fiance, he had a ring on his left finger, insinuating that they were married already. You didn't peep that he had a ring on his finger already.
Can that have been an engagement ring though?
Yeah, can that be an engagement ring?
And that gets me soft right there. As a man, why you wearing an engagement ring?
Fair enough.
So if that's the case,
Oh, I
that's
have a
did she propose to him?
And hold on, like I said, I'll probably think it's some bullshit with that too. But like I said,
But
I get
it is. That's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
So like Will said, you make a mistake like that, a big mistake like that, you just gotta deal with it as a man. You gotta deal with it. You make mistakes in life. You make mistakes.
Yeah.
Perfection in a person, it's unreal. And the biggest mistake that people think in this situation, the biggest mistake we all make is thinking we have time to love somebody correctly, time to do things right, time to do so many things. We think we got time to do it. So when you make those mistakes, you realize in that situation, say if it was real, you know, you had a good living situation, you had things going on for yourself, you don't have time to appreciate the things that really mean something, things in life that really mean something to you. So I just think it's just overall like you just gotta be a man that you need to be. And I think that, like I said, that's the biggest mistake we all make, think we have time.
What J-Rock say, is it worth it? You know, is it worth it? What you got, Michelle? What you think about that initial thought on that video?
Clown. He's a clown. That's exactly what he is, a clown.
Okay.
But I mean, I agree that the video kind of looked like it was a skit or whatever.
Yeah.
But even if it wasn't, I still feel like women who post stuff like that are clowns too.
Yeah,
that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
that's facts. 100%.
So I just felt like everything about that video was just
fake.
clown
Well,
shit.
I think what's funny about the video, because women do post stuff like this, right? And it's real, right? And then they get back with the person.
Facts.
Yes. It's like
Makes
you're
it even worse.
Yeah, like you're sitting here like you're trying to be like disrespectful to your situation, and then you look stupid.
So this brings
and
me,
foolish.
This brings me to another point though about the video. Women that post things or say stuff about them getting cheated on social media as a whole, it builds a perception that men only cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which isn't real. Men do get cheated on, but men probably ain't gonna put themselves out there to other people. Like, yeah, I got cheated on. Like, niggas ain't gonna do that. Yeah. They just ain't gonna do that.
Men don't look for sympathy.
It happens.
Yeah,
guess what, men? Most real men look for in those situations. I'm either leaving or staying. What we gonna do? That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Women, the attention.
They like the attention.
I need I need everybody to feel sorry for me. Look what he did with me. But I'm gonna stay with him and have 3, 4, 5 more kids with him.
but you look foolish,
On
and
top
that's
of the fact,
embarrassing.
make his life a living hell. Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep bringing it up.
Yeah, but and it makes yourself feel better about it. But but my point is, what's even the point of staying with him if you gonna keep doing that?
And that was like the question. Like when I was thinking about that, like so say if that was real and she stayed in that relationship or whatever, like I don't know if it's like because I know women, we do hold things over
Do y'all?
men. But if she was to take him back, like do men like look at her differently? Like, oh, so you're gonna take me back after I just had a like I don't because I know that I would never.
Some men would, right? Some men would like, oh shit, suck it.
Yeah,
Like,
and so I can
that's
keep
true.
doing what I'm doing.
That's
you,
true,
You,
but
I
some-
cheat. You take me
do
back.
not agree with
Yeah.
her.
But
Do
no,
not
no,
agree
no,
with her.
no. Look, some men, life flashed before him because especially if he had a living situation that was real.
Yeah, that's okay. Understandable.
So his life flashed before. I ain't trying to be homeless. I need to get myself together. I need to do things right. Or it might be a situation where it's a child involved. Man, if we not together, she's gonna put me on child support.
Yeah.
It's some stuff that men worry about in that life. So I'm gonna get right and I'm gonna do right, man. I can't, hey man, look, I can't be around you no more. I ain't trying to be, So
Yeah.
that happens. But like again, in that sense, I think people have to make decisions based off what they post on social media and telling everybody everything. If you don't do those things, you can make a decision for yourself and what's best for your life.
I don't understand posting because you're embarrassing him, you're embarrassing yourself, and then you're gonna go back to that situation, and now you
It happens so much.
foolish.
It
Like,
happens a lot.
It doesn't make. But now that's why I question a lot of stuff on social media because I feel like a lot of stuff now is just to try to go viral.
Well,
for
I'm
content.
talking about people that not
Do
any
not.
type of celebrities. I see regular people. I can't believe he did this to me. Da 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 da. Another woman. 2 weeks later, y'all posting
the
pictures,
videos again, the
posting pictures,
yes.
doing everything together.
Mhm.
Bro,
A few months after that, she pregnant again. What's going on there? Like, I shouldn't even know. I shouldn't know about your business about that part of it.
right, that is
Yeah.
crazy because it was one situation. One of my ex friends went on live. The dude messed up the whole house, took down all the TVs off the walls and all that. This, that, and the third, yada yada yada. And literally the next week, he was laying up in that junk.
That's crazy.
I mean, I say it all the time, but bro, like women, like they're gonna put this aside, like they don't like toxic traits, but they do, man. And I heard this one quote that it basically said that like leaving a man that cheats is like trying to move out of a city because it rains. You might move out of that city and it won't rain at one point, but eventually it's going to rain. You see what I'm saying? So something that most men typically do. Not all. Okay, get that through your head. I'm not saying everybody.
All right.
But and also my thoughts on the video is a couple things. One, I'm gonna say it's gonna sound pretty controversial, but a woman will never leave you because you cheat on her. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's a couple of things. We talked about this. It's like you already are proving to her that other women find you valuable, and you prove that by necessarily cheating on her. The second thing is that also when you cheat on her, you also lower her self-esteem in a certain way. It's like, damn, why wasn't I enough? Because when men, we get cheated on, we think that fucking bitch cheated on me. When women get cheated on, they think, damn, why wasn't I enough to satisfy that man? So you have those two things working in a perfect storm. And where most guys lose their woman is not because they cheated, it's because they act like that. So when you sitting there crying and hyperventilating and stuff like that, you come off because you cheated. You start off as this like heel, like, damn, I gotta get this man back. But then when you start crying, you like, never mind, this nigga's a bitch. And I knew he was a bitch the whole time. And you innately turn your woman off a lot of the time. That is so unattractive. It's like Will and D both said. As a man, you gotta walk the walk and talk the talk. If you made a decision, stand on that shit.
Mhm.
He definitely should have apologized. You know what? Unacceptable, especially getting somebody pregnant. It shouldn't be done. You talk about it, how you gonna make it up, and you say either, hey, we're either gonna stay together or we're gonna leave. And I understand because I violated your trust. You gotta do what you gotta do for you. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna be begging you. I'm not gonna be crying to you.
And you're not gonna keep bringing that shit up.
And I will tell you that I'm sorry, and I will make it up. But when you cry like that, you're showing me that you don't know how women work. Because again, you started up here. And then you started crying, hyperventilating, acting like a bitch. And he pointed out too, you don't pay any bills. You already aren't a man. You're laying up in her house. What does she need you for at that point?
That's unacceptable.
So something I want to go to Will point, and you gotta be watchful for when we're gonna segue into something else. But I want to go to Will point. When men or women mess up your stuff, your property and stuff like that, leave them alone.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get better from that point. They mess up your car, they mess up anything in your house. A person does not care. They don't care. And that thing that they're messing up, whether it be a man or woman, it could be you the next time. I understand it's property, but it can be you the next time. And then you're in a domestic violent situation. Domestic violence is prevalent and everything else, and I don't approve of it. And that's why I was going to segue into our next topic about Keke Palmer and her baby father. Things are coming out related to him being abusive towards her. I think it said that she asked for full custody of their child and a restraining order on him. Have you all heard about that?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your thoughts?
So I don't like domestic violence, abusive relationships. So I believe Keke Palmer. I'm going to believe the victim first. What I don't like that I'm seeing on social media about this is how people somehow are still blaming her. Because I don't care if they're saying that it's been going on for 2 years, which means that she still had to stay with him to even have his baby. But in domestic violence situations, like, it's not always easy to walk away anyways. And I feel like to treat her the way they're treating her, I don't like that. Like, no. And it's a lot of men in these comments that are the ones pointing the finger and blaming her.
I will say I do not approve of domestic violence in any shape or form. Men or women should not put your hands on somebody else to get your point across for whatever reason. That's not right. The only thing, I'm not pointing the finger at her or anything like that. Somebody had a conversation about him. She was the first person to say something about Trey Songz. You see how Trey Songz is like kind of like doing the way in his stardom because of allegations of sexual assault and things. She's the first person. It was a brave thing to do, right? Because it was going to be backlash from it, which it was for her.
Yes, for sure.
And so when I think about your personal life, because that happened to her with Trey Songz, she didn't like how he was acting or something. I forgot the full story. She just didn't like how he was acting around her. She said something about it, I think on Wendy Williams' show or something. And it was like a little bit backlash. And she said something on the Breakfast Club about it. It was backlash because it was Trey Songz. Yeah. This big celebrity, this big person that was big in especially like the early 2000s, 2010, stuff like that. Well, 2010s. Yeah, he was really him, Chris Brown. Yeah, they would try, it was Trey Songz. So it's something crazy to say. So I guess from that perspective, like and I know a relationship can be different, but what are your thoughts about that? Like her saying something in that time versus saying something when it came to her relationship and her child.
Of how long it took?
Yeah.
I hate to say it like this because, again, I don't want to sound like the very people I'm trying to condemn and blame at her. But I also feel like she never really wanted Trey Songz in that way anyway. So the feelings between one and each other were never mutual. So it always, from him, it came off like I saw your red flag from the beginning because I was never trying to block him.
Can I kind of just real quick? That's actually fucking phenomenal that you said that. And I was going to actually address Dee's point with this. Women, a lot of the time, you guys are logical as fuck until it involves you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think the fact that she never really loved Trey Songz, Trey was probably just trying to hit that joint and kind of keep it moving. But she was in love with her baby father, so she was hoping it was going to get better with time. And we just said before, it doesn't get better with time; it gets worse a lot of the time.
Especially when it's something emotional and or violence is involved, emotional or a violent situation, abusive situation is involved. it most of the time not going to get better because the person progresses in what they do because you allowed them to raise their voice at you all crazy and talk to you anyway. Okay, check. And then they go down the line and continue to do more to you in that way.
And that's what I was saying with women a lot of time, bro. It's because like when women deal with these abusive dudes, and there are some men who are just fucking nut jobs. I'll give you that. But very rarely does a man just start by putting his hands on a woman. It's normally like D was saying. It's like normally like a one thing, like he raises his voice one time. The next time he calls you a bitch. Then he gets into your face. Then he might push you. Then he starts hitting you. And my problem is it very rarely goes from 1 to 100. It's normally like a ladder. And women, as opposed to saying like, damn, this is getting worse. I'm going to get out of here while I can. They'll sit there hoping it's going to get better when it
go
doesn't.
Back to what it was in the beginning.
Exactly. And the one thing I didn't like about this whole Darius and Keke thing, don't know how true this was, but somebody was telling me that his brother essentially went online and took Keke's side. And I don't have a problem with him taking a side because obviously he knows something that's going on that we probably don't. But my whole thing, like we were saying, the conversation going full circle here. Why are you putting it on social media? If that had been like for example, if I would have put my hands on a female or something like that, he'd been the first one saying, bro, that's not cool. Don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't be on social media like, man, yeah, he been doing this X. I'm like, bro, you're a whore for that, in my opinion. I don't expect men to do stuff like that. Stuff needs to be handled offline, especially between men.
Yeah.
You can get in your brother's ass paws all day, but don't put that shit in front of everybody else because now everybody has an opinion on what you got going on in your house.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate that, man.
Yeah, and unfortunate part about being a celebrity too, everything is on the forefront. Every single thing. I was watching a clip actually of Aaliyah, and they were asking about her relationships, and she said, "I understand I'm a celebrity," and she had a realization, "I understand I'm a celebrity, but that part I want to keep personal." They asked about relationship, and so you can keep it personal to a certain extent. If he was being abusive, because I don't know the story and what happened. If he was being abusive, she does need a restraining order. He doesn't need to be around his child because that's not anything a child needs to see. I'm an advocate for that. Like, child shouldn't witness abuse. A person shouldn't have to go through abuse with that person. Like, that's not right. Like, that's just not right. But I think what happens too is, like you said, you don't want to victim blame, right? But at the same time, you start evaluating when the things are out in the open and things are put in the forefront, like this is what's going on. You're like, okay, you were in love. You thought it was going to get better. This was progressive. And he even, and it was weird to me too, when he said something to her about being at the Usher show.
And that's my thing too, bro. The timing of everything is really weird to me. You see what I'm saying? Because we had not heard anything about Darius and Keke except for them having a baby.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they all in the news about every other day.
Didn't it start with the
weird
Usher
to me.
show?
It did start with that. That's my
Yeah.
point.
But-
And then she was in this video for like ex-girlfriend or something like that. And then it was like saying that they got back together, and now this comes up. I'm like, why? Why is this coming out all of a sudden?
But that's on him though. There in that point too about if you don't like somebody did that you with, ain't gonna put it on social media. Like, if you don't even, it's okay. I'm gonna just say this too, because people probably get mad and people have a problem. I know we live in an age where my woman could wear whatever she want. I mean, a woman should be able to wear whatever she want and all this other stuff. I get it, understand. But if you're in a relationship, especially a marriage, I feel as a woman, you're gonna consider your man and how this will make your man look in certain instances. I just feel like that's just something that you think about in that instance. If I wear something that had my breasts out, or a woman wear something, you have that thought process like, nah, my man ain't gonna care for that, or it's gonna be something. But again, there's no reason to be abusive towards a woman. I want to get that clear. But I just want to say, like, it's just stuff that you wild. You're a wild boy.
That is wild.
You're a wild boy. But I just think hey, that's too being called. Hey, it's a couple to be called. But I do think that has to, like, that whole situation that we talking about in totality, it is weird, the timeline and stuff that's happening now. Everything's on social media and everything.
Weird,
it's just weird. If this possibly been going on for a year or two. It
could have. But my whole thing is too, like, I'll always look for a way to blame the man. And I'm gonna blame Darius in this aspect. it's like, and again, guys, I'm gonna preface by saying this: we don't fucking know what's going on behind the scenes. We just know what we're reporting.
What they feed us.
Exactly. I'm reporting on what I have seen and what I've read. But here's the issue, guys. You can never get a woman that's above you in socioeconomic class. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because women are innately, you guys are designed to look at men for strength, security, and resources. Okay. And I'm not saying money makes a man, but it damn sure helps. Keke, unfortunately, is better than Darius on a socioeconomic level. And women have a hard time looking up to men that are not better than them. You very rarely will see a woman celebrity date an average dude. It never happens. But celebrity men date average women all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that. It's this whole king and queen system. If I'm a king, I can make you a queen. If you're a queen, you can't make me a king. Okay? So with Darius, it's like you knew for a fact you couldn't handle being with somebody like Keke. Because if you were secure, you were attached to your manhood, you wouldn't be doing this like stuff like on social media, saying what you shouldn't do. See, a weak man weaponizes his words. A strong man weaponizes his silence. So if he really was that nigga, and money aside, fuck the money, fuck the status. You can be a nigga without that. But my point is, if you were that nigga, you say, you know what? Oh, you doing that at Usher show? All right, bet. You come home, my shit gone. You just don't hear from me no more. That's the end of it.
Yeah, I feel like people were only talking about it because he had said something. Like, I feel like if he didn't say anything or put anything in the forefront, like that wouldn't have been the conversation.
I don't feel like nobody would have even remembered that he was in the picture to acknowledge why she out there when she got her.
Well, that clip went viral though. People would have probably questioned it. It probably wouldn't have been as big as a talking point. People would have still said, "Ain't she married?"
But they were talking more so about what he was saying.
I think it's different though when you're a celebrity. When somebody, because how many times have people been in videos and stuff and danced on somebody or did something in the videos because they were celebrity?
And they be in their mom.
It's a part of it's a part of the show, right? But I think the problem that he made a big even issue is, guess what? If I had a problem with that, I ain't gonna address you on social media. When you get from that show, as soon as you leave, hey, what's up with that?
And you could have did both. We never know.
But I think he did it for the attention and tried to he wanted to make.
I feel like
he wanted people on his side, type of thing. Yeah,
it didn't work in his favor
because
he embarrassed himself. Basically, what you just told the world is that if you did tell her
you can't run your house, you can't run your house.
You can't wear that dress and she wore that outfit and she literally walks out the house.
And that's why why the situation probably got abusive right there, because he couldn't.
You mean abusive again?
Him being abusive. I'm saying overall he became abusive because I can't show my power in this way. I need to show it physically.
And see, like I said, it just goes back to you being a weak man. Because again, if I'm the king of my castle, whatever the case is, even if you make more money than me, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. And with real men, it's comply or goodbye. And I'm not saying that we can't have a conversation about it. We definitely can. And I'm not saying I'm just this like dictator that's gonna say, oh, it's my way or the highway. You better get out. Like, no, like Slim. If I choose you to be the mother of my children, should be a certain level of respect that goes along with that title. And me personally, if that was me and Keke, I wouldn't have no issue with what she did with Usher. Like D was saying, it's part of the show. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Usher's not trying to take her home. Like, it ain't. I should do this and here's the thing, he does it at every show.
But hold on, we gotta go.
And they're probably
we gotta go both sides.
If Keke would have gave that ass up, he would have took that.
Facts. Hold on, we gotta go both sides here.
Hold on, can I say I'm not saying nothing wrong with Keke or nothing like that. But let's do this. Let's do this too. Usher in Vegas. You think it was some women there that might have been a little better than Keke?
Man, he
still would have hit Keke.
I agree.
He still would have hit Keke.
I don't. So you think he would have did it? Because he can't. It won't change his status.
Let me get this point real quick. I have read this, and again, we don't fucking know. I'm just saying what I read. Usher gets off on doing this shit. Y'all remember that Boondocks episode? Remember when he took Tom's wife? Y'all remember that shit?
No, I don't.
That was based off of a real story that Aaron McGruder had heard. So essentially, what happened at Boondocks episode? Usher came to town and started serenading Tom's wife and took his wife from him. Y'all remember that episode? So basically, my point is saying is people have said that Usher gets off on like basically taking the other.
But don't most men? They do it. Most men try to do it for sport.
That's true. But my point is like I agree with Will. He definitely would have hit that joint if he got the chance.
Well, I don't approve. Listen, I don't approve of. I ain't gonna say nobody woman, but I'm just telling people it's dangerous when you get into that sport of playing that. Usher's Usher, right? But it's just like that's a dangerous position to be put in. That wasn't his. The Keke's not married, but that's a dangerous sport to play as a man.
Real shit though. This might be out of line, but what I would have done, I would have went at Usher. Bro, what's up with you?
I don't know.
It got your ass beat by his bodyguard.
Don't you ever ask
Usher.
Let it burn.
Hey, called up.
Like T.I. did it. Floyd. Hey, listen, Floyd Mayweather won that tiny, man. T.I. slapped Floyd. Flat out.
I mean, that's low.
You can't compare T.I. and Floyd to Darius and Usher.
I don't care. Men is men.
Nah, that's facts. I'm just
Men is
saying,
men.
like okay, like I think D said this at one point. I think you said that too, Will. When celebrities are in certain rooms, they not around like security and stuff like that.
That is facts.
Darius would never be in a room with Usher without security. That would never happen unless Keke was there.
Yeah, not now. Not now either. God damn it.
But here's the thing too, man. I just think that this did get blown out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have to be like this. I do feel like because he made those comments, he blew it out of proportion. This wouldn't have been something we talking about right now.
Facts.
They about to get his ass for
But
a few weeks.
there's gonna be until Christmas. You gonna have a long rest of the year.
Listen though.
That's
This
it,
y'all
yeah.
y'all about to beat me up about this though. But I gotta ask this question. I have to ask this question. If this was Lori Harvey, would have been in the
What is
social
your
media.
obsession with her?
If this was Lori, would have been in the social world.
Her
If she was in an abusive relationship,
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Honestly.
you don't.
But when have you heard Lori Harvey ever talk?
So you don't think she would have came out and said anything?
It's possible, but do I think probable? Fuck no.
I see. My theory on Lloyd Harvey is a little different than his, especially.
What's your theory?
I think she is a. She helps build everyone up. She's a status woman. That's what she does. Future, Michael B. Jordan. Now, what's his name?
Damson.
They just broke up too, by the way. Damson, Idris, and Lori.
You think she built him up?
It's a status person. I'm saying when I'm saying this when a man gets when a man gets to a certain status, they date certain women in the celebrity world.
I get what you're saying.
She's a status woman. People are talking about their relationship. If she was some other woman that looked the same way, it's because it's Lori Harvey. This Steve Harvey's daughter now is something. It's even more of something.
So you think of it like a contract?
Yeah,
I feel like they
mention
did
that,
it together.
I kind of like ever since I watched that episode of The Game where Malik had to marry Robin Givens for his status. I never really thought that people did that, but
I think that does happen. It's celebrity world.
For
It's
sure.
because it's about bottom line dollar amount. Like, listen, if Lori Harvey people say, "Hey, look, this was Future status when she was with him. This is where Michael B. Jordan status went when she dated. Now she dates you. You're on this show. Watch your status shoot up anymore. Watch your movies. Watch this." So I think that does happen.
Do you think they're actually together, or do they have like when they go out on trips and stuff, like they set dates to go out on these trips, take pictures, and that's it? Like they don't even talk.
They probably set dates. I don't feel like
It was real.
Those relationships be real.
Yeah.
Like it's Hollywood. You gotta think these people are
We
actors.
on this too long.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah,
about
for
to get me
sure.
started. We on this too long. Don't get me started.
here you
Yeah,
go.
Do not get me
actually,
started.
where we at time wise? Well, I was
123.
I think
wow.
this is actually that's probably a good time to probably shut that down. And honestly,
Oh,
that
for
was our Shattered Illusion for the week too. By the way, I'm trying to get my segments together, guys. So appreciate that. But ladies, before we shut down, you got any questions for anybody on the panel? Anything y'all want to know about men? Now realize that this is going to be a chance you get to ask men questions that's
Shoot
going
your
to give you
shot
just
and
100%
keep shooting.
blunt, like 100% honesty.
Keep shooting.
Anything you want to access? You got successful businessmen down here, people running podcasts, they own business, work for government, shit like that. Anything.
Keep shit.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Oh, Lord.
It's in regard to Black women.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you guys really believe that it's okay to call us like the angry Black woman?
You want to go first, B?
You go first because I'm gonna say something probably contradicting to what your point
Okay.
is.
I'll say this.
Controversial.
Stereotypes have certain truths to them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that necessarily are sweeping generalization, but I think that there can be certain truths to them. And the angry Black woman, unfortunately, I think that is something that has some truth to it. Do I think it's overblown a little bit? Absolutely. But I think that all Black women can have a certain aspect of the angry Black woman to them. But with that being said, I think that there's certain, like, Asians are good at math, you know, that white people can be racist. I think that we all have certain stereotypes about us that have a little bit of truth to them.
So this is what I don't like about it, because it could be true to a certain extent because I have met bitter Black women, but guess what? It's bitter white women, it's bitter Asian women. I feel like it's more sexualized, even with Latino women, when they're upset. Men like it. Oh, she said something to me in Spanish. She said something to me in Spanish. It's not an angry Latino woman. So that's my problem and my issue with that statement, because I feel like it's not. If you're gonna say that, say it across the board. Because you deal with that at work. I've dealt with Black women might say something to me, but I've also dealt with other races of women saying something to me in a certain way. I didn't say, "Oh, that's an angry Black woman." I said that's a woman upset, or I don't like how they spoke to me. I don't like it, you know. And you know the crazy thing about work, a man's never talked to me crazy at work.
What?
Ever.
Lord have mercy.
Ever.
But you kind of want to say no, but like he's not lying, because you know with women, you guys have that automatically sense of safety, like this nigga better not touch me kind of thing. And we know that it's socially wrong for a man that's physically superior to you to touch you. Now with men, we always tread very cautiously, because we know that if I cross this line, we come into fisticuffs. Mm-hmm. Women don't feel that threat of violence from men. And he's saying, because like there's a 6'5", it's not going to be a lot of men going to come to him and say, "Hey, yo, talk to him crazy." It's not going to happen, because he knows that if I talk this man crazy, we about to be fighting.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility. It's a possibility of that. So, like I said, when you say that statement, I've had the cattiness with not just Black women towards me. I'm like, hey, I'm not with that. I'm not a woman. Don't be catty with me. I'm not trying to do that. I'm here to get a paycheck and support my family, and that's it.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna be catty with somebody else. I'm not doing it. Just cut it off right there. And I can't do anything because, you know, part of me, the intrusive thought, like, hey, call your husband up, call your son up, like
your father, somebody.
Yeah,
somebody
that's the intrusive thoughts like that. But I can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'll be the angry Black man. So, you know, that's my thoughts on, you know, that whole angry Black woman.
Okay.
What you got? Lish? You got anything?
I don't have any questions.
Are you kidding me?
I got it.
Boo this woman.
Oh, hold on. I think I got that button.
Tomato.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Actually, I got a question for you.
For who?
You.
Oh gosh.
You're contagious.
You can't sing that. You can't sing that. You can't sing that.
When you
What's up?
when you gonna stop faking and let a real nigga change your life?
It depends on who the real nigga is.
Anyway,
Sabotage.
we about to shut this down, man. All right, ladies. This is like seriously. I'm gonna say it now. I'm putting y'all on a VIP list.
Hello. Good morning.
It actually was a great conversation. And like I really enjoyed it. Will,
I know Will had to shut us down.
Yeah.
Last thoughts on the show, Will. What you got?
All right. The National Domestic Violence Hotline number is 800-799-7233. If you ever in a domestic situation, please call that number. Everybody deserves to have a happy and free relationship.
And I wasn't laughing at the number, lady. Don't try to cancel me. I was not laughing at the number.
I gotta put
It's the way he said it.
It was just random.
The tagline. For sure.
Ladies, you want to plug your Instagram, give last thoughts on the show, everything.
I'm on Instagram at IShallBeMe_. And I actually really enjoyed myself today. Yeah.
Y'all was 3 hours late, but it's cool.
We were.
Had a little situation.
Unfortunate circumstances, but we're here.
Your kids try to build a pool in your house. What?
That's wild.
Need to hear that.
I'm Lish and Michelle. You can figure out how to spell it, I guess, when they tag.
We gonna put the stuff in that description. Don't worry, fellas.
And
That was the underline. Don't follow me.
my page is private. I enjoy being here with my friends. We have fun together.
Thought we was family.
We friends and family.
I wouldn't fuck my family members. So
Ooh.
don't put that friendship
And
on
she's
Cut
your
me.
fifth
Cut
cousin.
it.
She's your fifth
Let's
cousin.
Don't
cut
put
it.
that shit
I'm
on me.
family.
Cut it. Cut it now.
Yeah, you actually. No, let me think about that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
she
god.
she could stand up under the table, y'all.
Oh shit.
Are we
Hey,
still talking about me?
Hey, that was pretty wild. That was pretty wild.
What?
There.
under the
Talking
table?
about here,
I'm
man.
glad I missed that.
Anyway, all right, D. Last thoughts, plug your business and everything, bro.
All right. Show was really cool. I enjoyed the conversation, different perspectives. You know, wasn't too much arguing, and like I see that. It wasn't
Very
too-
different from the last.
Wasn't
the
too much.
last
There wasn't too much
time.
back and forth.
That's because they got it together tonight, people.
Oh,
Yes.
hey. Okay, let me
Shots
not even
fired.
go there.
Shots fired.
Major assessments financial. If you're looking for a loan for your business, new or existing business, I'm able to help you with lending services. I can find the right fit for you. So that's major assessments financial.com. You can follow us, or you can talk to me. I can get you right.
Ladies, I really appreciate y'all. Like this literally. I was tired, but y'all woke me up with your bullshit, and it was like 12 cups of coffee. I really like
You're
it.
welcome.
I appreciate y'all. That's all our time to the next time, ladies. If you want to come down here, you know how to get in contact with us. The page is actually blowing up. We doing our thing. Go ahead, D.
I forgot one thing. I just wanted to say this. I haven't said it in a long time. I don't know how to hold tight nobody.
I knew he was going to say that.
I don't know how to hold tight nobody.
Listen, the page,
Y'all killing me.
Robert.
All right, I'm sorry.
The page is blowing up, man, and I'm really excited to have D back. Happy to have Will back. You will be seeing Lish and Michelle again, especially Lish because you know we got
Can
some
we
unfinished business. That's all our time for the next
So
time.
done.
This is the Shattered Illusionz Podcast. Kill the fantasy, build the dream. We are out of here. Love y'all, boys.
Will I take him to the creek? Yeah, 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 yeah.